everybody, it's Bucky again with Top Dollar Home Offer. We buy houses now, Tulsa, and I wanted to talk to you today about credit. We all heard the word, we've dealt with it. You know, maybe you bought a car, maybe you tried to get a cell phone. All those things, people pull credit. Even if you're trying to go rent a property now, a lot of times people pull your credit report to see if you can pay your bills, right? Oftentimes when we buy houses now, Tulsa, we find properties where people are in financial distress, right? So what does that mean? Typically they're behind on their bills. So there is 3 main credit reporting agencies out there that entities like banks, credit cards, utilities, medical, different companies will report to those different agencies that you were delinquent or behind on your bills. So what does that mean? First off, let's break it down. There are 3 credit bureaus: TransUnion, Experian, and Equifax. Those are the 3 main credit bureaus. How do you know what your credit looks like across those 3 bureaus? It's important because you may have information on one, it may not be on another, and there could be wrong information on the other one. So what do you do? If you've been through any kind of situation, or if you're just an individual that wants to stay on top of your credit, each year it's mandated by the government that you can receive a free annual credit report. So if you go to annualcreditreport.com, you can download your free credit report. Oftentimes there's thousands of websites. If you type in credit report, you can buy your score, buy this, buy this. It doesn't really matter. All these are just different agencies that's trying to sell you a product. Don't buy any products that's not from Experian, TransUnion, or Equifax. Okay, those are the 3 reporting bureaus. What I would suggest for you to do is go to annualcreditreport.com, put your information in there. They're going to verify some bills. You'll have to start with your legal name. You'll have to start with your address, previous addresses, and then all of a sudden they'll pop up past credit that you've had with different companies, or verification of maybe where you've lived. And when you answer all those questions, it's actually going to take you out and prompt you to TransUnion. So it'll take you out from their annual credit report website to the TransUnion website. TransUnion is going to verify your information there, and then you're going to be able to download the full detailed report from TransUnion on what they have on your profile. Okay? Next, you'll go back to the website, and then it'll send you off to Experian. You'll do the same thing. It'll ask you a few questions, you'll verify it, and you can download your report. I would suggest have it emailed to you. I would save it to your computer. If you don't use a cloud storage device, go sign up for a Gmail account. You can get a free Google Drive. But it's important to have all 3 credit reports, meaning that each credit agency may have different pieces of information on each one. Okay? Why do we start here? Well, in some later videos, I'm going to talk to you about how you can actually repair your credit on your own and how that process works. But today, first, we're going to talk about getting your reports together and getting them for free, right? Everybody wants something for free, so you can go get your free credit report from annualcreditreport.com. Once you finish your Experian, then you can go back and get your Equifax and do the same thing. Download it to your computer. Okay, print those off. You know, if you like paper, print those off and go through line item by line item and verify each of those reporting items, whether it's a credit card, whether it's a past due, and verify it from each of those agencies if it's actually yours. There's so many errors in the credit reporting companies and the agencies. People don't even realize they have stuff being reported about them that's not even their debt or not even their credit they open. So when a credit reporting agency pulls a report on you, they publish payment history, address information, employers. They pull all that information into a detailed report, okay? So they'll have every credit that you've opened up. Okay, they can report, there's different laws on how long how long they can report on something, and how long inquiries. So if you go out and apply for a credit card, that counts as an inquiry. Inquiries can take down your credit report from 2 to 5 points for every inquiry. So if you have a bunch of them, then that looks bad on your credit report because it looks like you're trying to get credit from everywhere. It's okay if it's a short period of time. So if you're looking to borrow money to buy a house, right? Or maybe you're trying to sell your house fast and you're looking to buy another house and you want to see where your credit's at. You're going through a couple different lenders to get the best mortgage rate from the different lenders. They don't look at those multiple pulls in a short period of time as negative. They understand that people will shop around, but if it's every month you're pulling different credit cards from Walmart or Banana Republic or wherever, right? That can directly affect your credit report. So when you're out there applying for credit, every time you apply, that's costing you points on your credit report. You do need to have some kind of credit open in order to have a score, right? Meaning if you don't have anything on your credit report, an agency is going to say, we don't know if these guys can pay bills or not. And really when it boils down to it, credit reporting is really comical because it's just your ability to pay debt. And who wants debt anyways? So if you ever listen to Dave Ramsey, he talks about having a zero credit report and just pay all cash for things. That doesn't work for everybody in their goals. So you do oftentimes have to establish your own credit, and you want to make sure that you're aware of your credit and what your credit report looks like from every agency. The other day, I pulled mine annually. I pulled mine at a certain time of the year, and I realized there was an inquiry that I didn't make, right? Somebody had taken my identity, and I have alerts too, so we'll get into more of that at another time. But we're just going to talk about reviewing what's on your credit report, right? So I had a hard inquiry, meaning that I went and applied for I can't think of the girls' department store, but I would have not applied for that, right? So what do I do now, right? I see it on my TransUnion, I see it on my Experian, but it's not on my Equifax. We'll get into this in another video, but we'll talk about how you can dispute items that don't belong to you on your credit report and how you can get them removed. Because there's a process. If you talk to credit repair companies, they're going to do the same thing. They know the laws, they send letters in, the credit report agencies have to go through a whole process of disputing, investigating, looking at it, verifying it. And if they can't verify it within a certain time period, then they kick it back. But today's topic is how to get a free credit report and where to get them. So you go to annualcreditreport.com. Don't pay for anything because it's free. You get one a year from all three bureaus, and you can go and download those there. And why are we talking about that on a real estate investment channel, or how we help people when they need to sell their house fast? When we buy houses now in Tulsa, we want to help people in all ways, right? Just buying a house from somebody in financial crisis, that helps them unload that burden. But they're going to have a burden that's been created from those past due bills when they're trying to move on and pick up the pieces and move forward with life, right? So if you go to our free resources, you can download some of these tips and points on how to get your free credit report. And we're also going to put things up there on how to repair your credit on your own. So if you've been through financial stress, and you've had to sell, you need to sell your house fast, we can help buy your house. But we can also provide you tips and also a credit repair program that details on how to dispute these items and how to rebuild your credit. Because there's ways to rebuild your credit fast, even if you can't get a credit card, right? And we can talk about those in some other videos here. But today, it's important to understand, first off, don't ever pay for a credit report. Don't go buy a score. You don't need that right now. The first thing you do is, if you want to know where you're at, is go pull the 3 credit reports from the Experian, TransUnion, and Equifax. And that ensures that you know what each of those agencies report on. because there's companies out there that sell credit reports, and you go buy one for $19. Well, they'll give you a complete score, but then they'll give you a partial view into Experian or a partial view into TransUnion. So you don't get the 3 complete scores unless you pay like $100, right? Put that $100 back in your pocket and save it back in an emergency fund. Go to annualcreditreport.com and download that free credit report from all 3 agencies. You can do it once a year, and all you have to do is go to the website, fill in your information, verify your information. It doesn't go against your credit report either, your score. So you can do this each and every year and have an updated credit report. And then you can monitor that from year to year to year and see, if your things are falling off or if new things are popping up. So it's very important to go out there, verify that information, and make sure that you don't have anything that's not yours, or if there's stuff that's incorrect that's being reported on your credit report. I hope that helped. Stay tuned for more videos. We're happy to talk to you about real estate, talk to you about faith. We'll talk to you about how to help you out of your financial situations. We're here to help. When we buy houses now, Tulsa, we have solutions more than just buying your house fast. Thank you.